Told everybody this yesterday. This was found in Memphis, Tennessee, boss.
This is the Sphinx of Memphis. This is where the king, Elvis Presley, would get his takeout gypsy food.
Isis temple, and you will notice that there is a curved wall to the left of what appears to be a giant cave opening. This is one of the photographs that has been making its rounds for years about one of the entrances or caverns inside of the Grand Canyon that showed these mummies that were all they're all mummified, they were all men and or male. And the person that found this said it made him think it was some type of military signs, right? And yeah, Angel's Window. And look inside of here.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah. There's. I know there's a spirit cave that you can climb down into, but
Despite what we've been told, Egypt was actually a worldwide empire and has its roots in the Americas. Here's proof. Traces of cocaine and nicotine found in some Egyptian mummies have led some to speculate that ancient Egypt may have traveled to the New World, America. And yes, I have peer-reviewed sources to back this up. I'll post a link in the bio. In 1992, German toxologist Svetlana Balabanova discovered traces of cocaine, hash, and nicotine on Heneptai's hair, as well as on the hair of several other mummies of the museum, which is significant in that the only source for cocaine and nicotine had been considered to be cocoa and tobacco plants native to the Americas. So maybe the Americas was part of the Egyptian empire but was wiped out. Possibly got a taste of God's wrath. Another interesting fact. When are people going to realize Haru is patterned after the Palomando falcon, which is a bird that's only indigenous to the Americas? Things that make you go, I was discussing this with a friend last night. The Egyptian god Horus is a falcon. The falcon it resembles the most is the one that's only indigenous to the Americas. Look at the design and shape on the falcon's side of the head. Here's the falcon that Horus is modeled after. Now, despite what we've been told, another fact is the Americas has the most pyramids in the world. Here are a pair of Shuabits from King Tut's tomb, and Shuabits found in El Salvador. Very similar looking. So maybe these American national parks aren't just national parks. Maybe there's more to the story. Because once you see it, it becomes kind of hard to unsee. Very interesting. Nothing to see here, just natural formations, wind and rain erosion. These three structures look like melted statues. Yup, very melted looking. Another fact is what if I told you guys that part of the ancient Egyptian empire was in the Americas? So just please put your fragile realities to the side and hear me out. So here's why I believe the ancient Egyptian empire was also in the Americas. Fact number one, our national parks. Let's take a look at places like the Grand Canyon. This is known as the ISIS for a while. I made a video a while back known as the melted buildings theory, where I talk about how some of the national parks and mountains we see that oddly resemble destroyed melted buildings are actual structures, buildings, and cities that were destroyed in a cataclysmic event. There's an example of the arch in Utah. We've been told it's a natural formation of erosion. But what if this is an Egyptian arch that was destroyed? You can see runoff patterns coming down. And you find these bizarre looking mountains everywhere in America. In fact, the Bible talks about destroyed melted buildings. Ezekiel 22:21, Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. I go more in depth on my melted buildings theory.
Does the Grand Canyon house ancient Egyptian pyramids and other remains? That's what American archaeologist, John Wesley Powell and his guide discovered. Are these further proof of our once global connection? Question everything, friends. Until next time.